shine bright up all night. We're never slowing down. Fall in love, drunk mistakes, we're bound to hit the ground. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. And we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. Young blood made of gold, a mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. And for a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. On the day we are together again. On the day we are together again, I will pull you in close like a hoop with no end. On the day we are together again, we will share the same table again. We will share the same table again. I will pass you the salt, the candlelight will bend when we share the same table again. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will walk around the block hand in hand. We will stop for a snack at the taco truck stand when we walk around the block hand in hand. Someday we will go back to work. Someday we will go back to work. May we be among people who respect our work. Someday we will go back to work. I will write you a letter for now. I will write you a letter for now. Hope is a message that survives somehow. I will write you a letter for now. to the healers who keep us alive, to the healers who keep us alive. A toast to your courage, knowledge and light, to the healers who keep us alive, and the ones we love who are gone, and the ones we love who are gone. We remember the stories and we sing the songs for the ones we love who are gone. And on the day we are together.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Today is February 13th, 2024, 8:12 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Thank you all so much for joining me. Appreciate it. Lots of news coming out. I was meaning to play this yesterday. You know, I've had a child under the weather for last few days on the men's. Thankfully, thank you guys for your prayers and thoughts. I appreciate it. But we didn't get to it yesterday, so I want to get to it today. Also, something that has came out. Savanah Soto's mother was arrested in the courtroom. Something unrelated to anything with, you know, Savanah or anything, you know, the Prescotts or anything like that. I just want to make Preciado, rather. Ramon, what's his name? Ramon Preciado. And we're going to talk about it. Thank you so much, SL, for gifting 2 memberships. That is so kind of you. Let's see what. And thank you so much for gifting 2 memberships, my beloved SL. I appreciate you. If you was one of the ones that received the gift from our beloved SL, please thank SL. We will be doing a members only live. Today is Tuesday, Thursday or Friday. We'll be doing a members only live. So we allow 2 more people to join that live. So thank you so much. Remind you of Stacy, right? Okay, so let's first talk about mother being arrested. Here she is. This is actual video. And hold on.
Its own. It needs leaders to
advertisement here. This is her. I mean, they could have given her a break, don't you think? I don't know what they arrested her for yet. We're going to find that out. But don't you think they could have given her a break? This woman has been through absolute hell. I mean, the law's the law, I understand. But damn, folks. Come on. Oh my God. Yep, I'm nosy. Thank you so much. This woman has lost her son, has lost her daughter, and has lost her granddaughter. Jesus. Yep, I'm nosy. Thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. If you was one of the 5 that received one of the memberships, please thank our beloved Nosy. Yep, I'm nosy. And give Yep, I'm Nosy a big thank you. So welcome to the new 5 members of the family. appreciate you so much. Nosy just helped 5 more join in our membership live Thursday or Friday. Don't really know which one it's going to be yet, but I just wanted to thank I'm Nosy for that. That's so kind of you, my dear. I'm trying to find my buttons here. There we go. Thank you so much, Nosy. I appreciate you. Oh my goodness, Miss Fred. Hello, Miss Fred. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Welcome to the Justin for All family. Appreciate you so very much. Welcome, welcome, Miss Fred. Thank you for your support on this channel. It means a ton. So thank you so very much for your support. I appreciate it. Okay. All right. So let's read this article and see what it says. I don't know. How do you guys feel? Like, I have not read this article. We're reading it the first time together. What do y'all feel about mother of Savanah Soto being arrested? I don't know. I'm just a little. So it says mother of Savanah Soto. This is coming from KENS 5. Mother of Savanah Soto arrested in unrelated case while attending bond hearing for man accused of hiding her daughter's body. Gloria Cordova is the mother of Savanah Soto. Here's that.
Was arrested. It happened during those proceedings for Ramon Preciado. The judge had called for a break during the hearing, and deputies arrested Gloria Cordova. The Bexar County Sheriff's Office confirms Cordova faces a misdemeanor charge of failure to stop and give information.
Tonight.
Failure to stop and give information. What? They could have waited. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not sorry. I just think, I know the law is the law, but you didn't have to do it there. She doesn't need to end up in handcuffs there either, in my opinion. The pregnant woman who was found unalived in a locked car along with her boyfriend, Matthew Guerrera. The mother of a pregnant woman who was unalived around Christmas has been arrested Monday over an unrelated incident, authorities say. Gloria Cordova is the mother of Savanah Soto, the pregnant woman who was found unalived in the car in San Antonio Medical Center area along with her boyfriend, Matthew Guerrera. Cordova was arrested on a warrant to failure to stop and give information in an unrelated incident. Cordova was attending the bond hearing of Ramon Preciado, 53, the man accused of helping his 19-year-old son, Christopher Preciado, hide the bodies of Soto and Guerrera. During the hearing, the judge called for a break. And that's when Bexar County Sheriff's deputies arrested Cordova. On Monday, a judge agreed to slightly reduce one of Ramon's bonds. His total bonds is now $450,000. On Monday, a judge agreed to slightly. Oh, sorry, I read that already. Sorry. Myra Ramonas, 47, who is believed to be Christopher's stepmom and Ramon's wife, is facing 3 charges in Soto's case, including altering, destroying a corpse, abusing of a corpse, and tampering with evidence. Here is.
Now it's.
Okay, hold on one second. We're going to watch Preciado's. Your chat keeps freezing. Let me tell you something. It has drove me nuts all day. It's drove me nuts all week. I don't know what is going on with YouTube, but it is messing up. Every time it just freezes. They got to fix it. Come on, let's update this. Let's get it fixed. He shouldn't have got a reduction at all. But I just don't, I feel like, I mean, this woman has been through hell, yo. You know what I mean? She has lost her daughter. She lost her like 15-year-old son last year, and she lost her grandbaby, and she lost, just Matthew, and just all the publicity around it and everything. Like, this woman, they could have just waited. They could have just waited, in my opinion. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't agree with it. Failure. I mean, they interrupted the hearing, right? It's like, what? All right. Here is the bond hearing. He's gonna. You think he's lost weight? He looks a little different.
Good afternoon, everyone. Is both sides ready to start, or you need some more time?
There's more to. There could be.
We're ready.
There could be. I still think they could have just waited. I don't know.
The court's going to call CM 116056 and CM 116070. This is both the state.
This is going to be an extremely high. It is a high-profile case, and when this goes to trial, it's going to be another circus. Wow, didn't know that. I did not know that. I see you. Yeah, he looks cleaner. They probably make him shower.
Raise your right hand, please.
Yes, sir.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So
The last time we saw this man, he was walking out saying fake news, fake news. Prior to that, we saw him, and we allege his girlfriend's wife and Christopher in the video. Oh, I know he's quite, he's quite entitled, I hear.
help you guys.
Yes, sir. I do.
Just make sure to speak into that microphone and do not speak over the attorneys. Wait till the question is asked before you answer. The court reporter can only take one person speaking at a time. And with
Yes,
that,
yes, Your Honor.
defense your witness.
Thank you, Judge. Good afternoon, Ramon.
Good evening.
Your name is Ramon Preciado,
Yes, sir.
and you're currently in jail on 2 charges, is that correct?
That's correct.
And I'm going to read off some case numbers. I'm not asking you to know them necessarily, but I'm just going to read them off and tell you what they are. The first of which is CM 116070. It is charged as altering, destroying, or concealing a human corpse, and the bond on that one is $500,000. Does that sound right?
Yes, sir.
The other case you have is CM 116056, and that one is entitled Abuse of a Corpse, and the bond on that one is set at $100,000. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So you have 2 bonds that total up to $600,000. Is that correct?
That's correct.
You've been in jail for how long now?
Going on 42 days. Not sure exactly.
So did you say 42 days?
Going like 40.
So 6 or 7 weeks maybe?
Yes, sir.
And you have not been able to make a bond at the amounts that they're set at right now, correct? Is that correct?
No, sir.
Do you have assets to sell on the outside that could get you enough money to make the bonds at $600,000?
No way, sir.
So let's talk about the properties or assets that you may or may not have available to you. Do you have a vehicle?
They took it. They took the car in as evidence, I guess you would say.
So
I bet you
don't
they
have
did.
access
No.
to a vehicle to sell, do you?
We have another truck. It's probably worth maybe $3,000 if we're lucky.
3,000?
Yeah. My wife probably thinks it's a little more, but no, the engine's kind of bad. Transmission's leaking and it's knocking. So, I know a lot about mechanics. It's probably not.
Like the engine is knocking?
Yes, sir.
Do you,
I mean, his truck's worth more than $3,000. Wouldn't it be more than worth $3,000? You say the engine's like, I mean, I know he's trying to get his bond lowered. It's knocking, it's on this and whatever. Regardless, I mean, they ultimately lower his bond slightly, but still not enough for he's going to get out.
No, sir.
do you own your own house?
It's actually my wife's house.
And there was some testimony by your wife the other day in terms of the house that you live in. Is that what you're referring to?
That is correct.
Is somehow a gift from her father to her and some other family members?
That is correct.
So her interest in the home is only 1/4 of the home?
Yes, sir. It's divided by 4.
Do you know roughly how much that house is worth?
No, not really.
Is it worth $1 million?
No way.
Is it worth half?
I'd add 1 penny
No
at
way.
least.
Do you know how much equity
what I would
there is
do.
in the home?
I couldn't say probably not much.
Not much equity.
No, I don't think it would anything would be worth.
In fact, your wife is paying on that house, is that correct?
That is correct, sir.
And you guys have been in it for how long now?
Between 9 and 11 years.
Has anyone in your family or friends tried to get bonds for you while you've been in custody?
No,
Is it because the amount is so high?
nobody has that kind of money.
Nobody in your family.
No, sir.
So let's keep talking about assets. Do you have gold bricks somewhere?
No, sir.
Do you have a large cash deposit somewhere?
No, sir.
Do you have a safe full of jewelry or cash or anything like that?
It's all in the pawn shop. Might have a couple of little pieces later on here or there, but
In the
$300.
pawn shop. In the pawn shop? Why is his stuff in the pawn shop? Were they having some financial difficulties? He's probably clean now, right? Because in my opinion, he probably was not clean during the time him and all of them was in that house. The police was just there, right?
I was wondering.
Just prior to, the unalivings happening.
They're mostly sentimental value, you know what I mean?
You said about $300 worth in a pawn shop?
No, in the pawn shop, that's the ones I've been pawning them since the end of summer. Things got rough for us, so we've been pawning them. So they're all in the pawn shop.
Just so I'm clear, and it's a little hard to understand exactly what you're saying, but sit down, please.
Sorry.
That's okay. You have some things that you have pawned, is that correct?
Yes, they're all in the pawn shop. Yes, sir.
When times were tough for you economically last year, is that correct?
That is correct.
In the summer of 2023?
Yeah, they're still in there.
And it would cost you money to go get them, is that correct?
Yes, sir. A lot.
So you don't even have access to them right now, do you?
No, sir.
You have to raise money to get them out of the pawn shop, is that correct?
Most definitely.
Now, again, you don't have stocks or bonds or anything like that?
No, sir.
Do you have any other assets that you could
I saw that, Kim. I was like, what is that?
Tools, but again, digital gauges and stuff like that, they're not worth much. You might buy them for $600, $700, $800, but once you use them 3 or 4 times, they're all digital. They're not worth much. You'd be lucky if you could sell them for $10, $20. In our line of work, they get damaged real easy.
And you're like,
This is a man that owned a heating and air conditioning business. Refrigeration businesses it's a huge profitable business. you know, he should have been making some really good money. But it sounds like they were spending more money than they were making.
Line of work is HVAC, right?
Contracting, yes, sir.
Let's,
I mean, all of us have, well, I mean, if you own, you know, a property or have ever owned a property, you know, your heat pump goes out. You know how much it is to put in a new heating system. It's thousands and thousands of dollars. It's thousands of dollars for them to come fix the damn thing. It's ridiculous. So, where was all this money going? They didn't live extravagant at all. They lived a normal life.
talk also, since you've been in jail, you had some medical issues, is that correct?
That's correct.
Let's start with a medical episode you had just a couple of days after getting arrested. What happened?
They were walking me into a room, and I had an episode, and I fell back, and I hit my head, and it bounced off the metal door, and I slammed my 300-pound body on the floor, and I bounced, and
I mean, not that it matters. He weighs more than 300 pounds.
bunch of sheriffs were over there. One of them tried to get me up, and I kind of started seizing like this, kind of stayed like that for like, I don't know, a few minutes, and I was gonna die. I tell you the truth, it's kind of really scared me, and I got up, and I was breathing real hard.
You know what? Christopher did kill 3 individuals. Bingo. He did kill 3 individuals. And you know what? You helped. You knew about these murders and you helped. So why should they care? Why should anybody care about you seizing up and thinking you were going to die? People did die.
Right.
Young kids.
They took me to see the doctor, and he said it was just an episode or my medicine, because they're not giving me my medicine the way they're supposed to exactly. So like I'm supposed to get it right before I eat or right after, and it's like you really need to take that medicine the way it's supposed to. You go into a coma with sugar, you don't drop that, and I already had that.
So
7 times since I've been locked up. 7 times that my sugar, I'm sweating. This I know for a fact. I was sweating, couldn't breathe, and I even rang the guard. Real nice guy, but they're not doctors. I mean, they just made a.
Ramon, let me stop you for 1 minute. When you went into the jail, you already had some health conditions, is that correct?
That's correct.
And what health conditions do you suffer from?
I'm diabetic. I have high blood pressure, cholesterol. I have sometimes breathing problems.
Were you on medication for any of those conditions before you went into the jail?
Yes, sir.
Since you've been in the jail, have you been getting the medication in the correct dosages and at the right times?
No, sir. Sometimes they're 6 to 8 hours apart before I eat, and that just throws me everywhere. Like I feel dazed, nauseous, episodes. You know, I don't even know where I'm at sometimes. They're walking me somewhere. I don't know where I'm at.
Are you afraid that because of the substandard medical care you're getting that you might have further health problems?
It got a lot worse, that's for sure. I could tell you when I went to a specialist, my kidneys, they're giving me the same medicine they're giving me now, the metformin, and that's what was hurting me real bad then. And that's why I told them that
Metformin should help him lose weight.
where I'm at, I can't take the metformin. You're overdosing. You're over medicating me. You're gonna kill me. Because it's happened to me before. You're giving me 2,000 milligrams when my medication is nowhere near
That's a
that, and it's
lot of
not metformin. Nowhere near that. 2,000 milligrams is a lot. It'll knock you out like that.
Okay.
And imagine taking it while eating.
Okay, Ramon. You have a doctor on the outside,
Just Dr. Wynn.
and you actually even seen specialists, haven't you, in the past?
Yes, sir.
Were you having these kind of fluctuations up and down when you were on the outside?
Well, he's probably not getting the same amount of food that he was getting prior, either, right? You don't get the greatest food in prison. So what, really? He's in a state prison as well. It's not like a federal prison. Goodness gracious. You take 2,000 milligrams today?
No, sir. No, sir. God bless my wife. She really keeps a good schedule and keeps me on it. You know what I mean? Even though if I work, she'll call me and let me know.
Are you asking the judge to lower your bonds?
I'm actually begging him to lower the bonds.
And if the judge was kind enough to lower the bonds to an amount that you are able to get out, or your family or friends are able to get you out, will you comply with any and all conditions?
Yes, sir, I would.
You have a couple of different options for residences when you.
I feel like he's a flight risk. I feel like him and his son would be a flight risk. Now that they would. Yeah, he has to be reminded. Take your sugar medicine before you pass out.
You get out.
What?
Is that correct?
No.
That is correct.
One would be your old house.
That's correct.
The other, if that doesn't work out, the other would be with a relative.
That is correct.
Are you from San Antonio?
Yes, sir, all my life.
Is all your family here in San Antonio?
4 to 5 generations.
And the two residences that you have as options are both here in San Antonio?
Yes, sir, they are. My whole life is here. Not to mention I have a sick
essentially
wife
overdue.
and a sick child in the Bexar County.
Sick child? You know what?
So
Thank heaven. You look at Savannah's mom. She's got 2 dead kids that literally neither one of them made it to like 23 years old. Either one of them.
Megan just reminded me there.
He ain't gonna fly if he's on
There's a
foot.
testimony by your wife the other day about a bank account that maybe you guys have, and I think she testified it had approximately $3,500 in it. Do you think that that's correct?
No, sir, it's probably negative.
It's negative now,
Definitely.
so you don't even have that kind of cash available for a bond. Is that right?
Yes, and a grandchild.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
It might have had influence, but we were paying bills. I mean, it is what it is. People have to eat. People have to pay bills.
Were you guys behind a couple of months on your mortgage at the time you all were arrested?
Going on 3 months, yes, sir.
Where were you when you got arrested?
At my house.
And do you remember what day?
What do y'all think the motive behind this was? Was it money? Was he planning on robbing? Was Christopher planning on robbing? Was that what he was planning on doing? Was he going to rob Matthew and Savannah? Money hid somewhere. Always flashing it around. Were they planning on, taking all of his GUNS and all that? Was that what it is? They're behind. Things are getting tight at this house.
Was that you got arrested?
He did.
Not exactly, sir. No,
A
sir.
lot of it.
January, wasn't
I
it?
mean, a
Yes, sir,
lot of
January.
money he flashed.
And had you attempted to leave San Antonio in the few weeks that this investigation was ongoing?
No, sir. All I know is San Antonio. All my family's here.
Had you tried to get a passport?
No, sir.
Had you tried to book a flight to Greece?
No, sir.
Have you made any plans whatsoever to leave or abscond from San Antonio?
I have nowhere to go. My family's here.
Yeah, he said Greece. I'm like, why Greece? Just random, I guess.
Ramon, you have, when you were younger, in your 20s, you've been in a little bit of trouble, correct?
That's correct.
And you had done, on the state side, you had done probation, is that correct?
That is correct.
And you had successfully completed those probations, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
On the federal side, about 24, 25 years ago, you were prosecuted as well.
That's correct.
And did you ever have any violations when you were on supervised release?
No, sir. She actually commended me on doing a very good job, always showing up on time, paying what I need to pay.
You never fled when you had those cases, did you?
No, sir.
You never tried to run, did you?
No, sir.
And you complied with all the terms that the judges asked you to comply with, is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
Do you have a job?
Yes, sir.
And it's in HVAC, or I'm sorry, you said contracting.
HVAC, you're correct.
Do you intend on going back to work if you can?
It's besides my wife and my
Ruby.
child. It's my life. That's all I've ever known.
Please hit the thumbs up, y'all. If you haven't yet, I would appreciate it. Yeah, he is Hispanic. He said 4 or 5 generations in San Antonio.
State your witness.
Mr. Preciado, now, there's been some mention of your wife. Is that Mircha Romanos?
That's correct.
And how long have you guys been married?
She would tell you the exact date. I could tell you it's pretty close to 30 years. Not exactly married, but together 30 years. But yes, 30 years.
You guys are married?
Yeah, he owned
Yes,
a
sir, we
HVAC
are.
company, HVAC,
And
heating and cooling.
children do you have?
We have Christopher Ray Preciado.
That's your only child?
Judge, may we approach?
Certainly.
It's very lucrative. It's a very
Y'all have
lucrative
any
business.
microphones here in front of the bench? Just the one in front of the witness?
Okay, Mr. Preciado, so you were saying that Christopher is your only child with Mr. Romanos, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but
I
you have other
appreciate it.
children as well, correct?
That's correct.
How many other children?
2.
Two other than Christopher?
Yes.
And what are their ages?
It's hard to remember when you get older. Hold on. Give me a second. 30 and 28.
So they're adults.
Yes, sir. They have their own lives. Yes, sir.
Do they live here in San Antonio as well?
The whole family is in San Antonio.
And
What?
living with Mr. Romanos, you were living at the residence on Charlie Chan?
That's correct.
Okay, that's what you're talking about, the house that you guys have. That's the residence you're talking about.
The house she has. Yes, sir.
And did she inherit that house or was it a gift?
That's correct.
So it was inherited?
Yeah, he's definitely
it's a
lost
gift.
a lot of weight.
It's for them. She had to tell you the details. I don't get in her business like that.
And
me see if I
Mr.
can
Romanos,
find it
she
here.
has been unemployed for about 14 years, is that correct?
I would say it's about right. I'm not sure. Again, I don't keep up with that.
Well, does she work?
No, sir. She doesn't.
Has it been a long time since she's worked?
It's been a little bit. Yes, sir.
So since you guys started living in this house, has she ever worked while y'all were living in that house?
She wasn't working before that.
So who was making the monthly mortgage payments on that house?
Her dad would help us.
And he passed away in 2019?
I believe that's correct. You would have to ask her.
Okay. Was he helping you up until that time?
Off and on. Yes, sir.
So after that, who was helping make these mortgage payments?
You're looking at him, sir.
Because you're the breadwinner in the household.
Yes, sir. to the best of my knowledge.
Okay. And about how much is that mortgage payment a month?
It's hard to say because it changes. I think we started with 11. I think now it's up to 18 something.
And
So I cannot give you exact. I could tell you what's going for right about now.
All right, look at this right here. Look at this. This was him being arrested. Him being arrested, obviously, when they were taking him out, when he was saying fake news, fake news. Okay, now here is him today. He's definitely lost weight in the last 40 some days. That's to put it mildly. Definitely has.
okay, so somewhere between 1,100 and 1,800 in that neighborhood.
I wonder how his
It's
belly
18 right now,
looks.
1836 or something.
And you said you're about 3 months behind on it, to your knowledge.
Could give or take. I have been here almost 2 months, so you know.
Yes, Tia.
Are you aware of any payments that are made towards the mortgage since you've been in the jail?
I think my sister might have tried to make one a payment or something.
It was that big belly.
And
It was always that big belly that stuck out, right? Like, it looks so big. You knew it was going to be easy,
Value of the home, but
you know, for
Are
the
you-
suspect. If they found the
do you have an
suspect,
idea
you're
how
going to be
much
like,
equity you guys have in that house?
I have no idea.
Okay, would surprise you to know that Mrs. Romano's plea was about $100,000?
She probably would say something like that, but she doesn't know. She's just guessing. Probably you probably put her on the spot. She probably just said something, some number. She has no idea. She doesn't keep up with that stuff. But if she said 100,000, she's very intelligent. She might have looked it up or something.
Because the house is in her name, so she's kind of the one who deals with that aspect of it.
That's correct.
And
he's wanting to sound as.
Mr. Romano said that you guys had a vehicle that was worth $12,000. Would she be talking about this truck with the mechanical issues that you mentioned earlier?
I think it's the truck that y'all took.
What's that?
The truck that y'all took for evidence.
That's the one you think is worth $12,000?
Give or take, it's of 2014 or 15. So, yes, I would say so.
But you think the other truck you guys own is worth about $3,000? I think is what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you put a new engine in and transmission, and you probably could pick it up. But at that point, you'll be, might as well get in a vehicle.
And how much do you think Christopher's vehicle is worth?
Christopher doesn't have a vehicle. They would just lend it. They lend it to him.
Thank you, Connie. Connie says he should sit right there where he is. I think, what an ass. You're alive that the victims are not. Mother in same jail as the victim's mom. That would be interesting. Yeah, I don't think they kept her. They probably just processed, Savanah's mom. I hope to Lord that I just don't think it was necessary at that trial. Go to her house that evening, meet her the next day. It's not like she was a flight risk or anything, Savanah's mom. I don't know. I just feel bad for her. I just might have a lot of sympathy for her losing two kids. And
it was actually my sister's vehicle.
And that vehicle's been sold now?
I have no idea what's been. I've been in here, sir.
But you've been communicating with your family and speaking with them since your incarceration, right?
Thank you so much, Connie.
Correct.
You speak to your son and your sister pretty regularly, right?
To the most part.
And in fact, your family's been helping kind of liquidate the assets you guys have in the house, right?
I told him to move some of the personal items.
He was arrested for it was what was it? Altering, destroying a corpse, abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence. is what I believe he is charged for. So that's what
Out.
his is for.
Yes, sir. The things that meant stuff to us, meaningful stuff. Not nothing expensive, but just stuff that means something to us. You know, you might have something that you have that you love as you're a child. It might not be worth nothing to anybody else, but it's worth something to us. You know what I'm trying to tell you?
What about when you take the lives of children? I mean, when you're 18 years old, you're still a child. Let's be real. You're still just a child. You're 19 years old. You're still a child. Maybe not, legally, but in the scheme of things, the grand scheme of things, you're still a child. They were having a baby. There's more to it, in my opinion. I think they knew about the robbery. It was mom's pew-pew, and Roman states Chris would help them with the money he would give them. There could be more to it. There absolutely could be more to it. There could be more to it. I don't know. I just don't know.
No, I understand. I'm just trying to
Possible.
understand what efforts your family's been taking to sell things on your behalf.
Well, I want to say things is just a few little things. They haven't even sold anything yet. I think it's just little stuff they put away. So until the house doesn't get robbed, pretty much have an open target. So every day people are doing crazy stuff around. They're breaking windows and anyway, other stuff.
Did you, in fact, your son rented a U-Haul truck and to haul all that stuff out of the house, right?
I didn't. He probably took little stuff that would help him out. Yes, sir.
But the idea.
When you say U-Haul, you use the word U-Haul. People think it's a big truck. No, it could have been a little bitty truck that he just took what he needed.
But I mean, the understanding is that he's selling these things to raise money for you guys. Is that correct?
As far as I know, he's going to try, but he hasn't sold anything yet, sir. He's just trying to put little stuff, get one way to break into the house.
And the idea is he's going to store the stuff somewhere and sell it at a later time.
Wah.
And that's what
He's is what he says. Who knows? He'll probably be sitting there, 2 or 3 years from now. Kids say something, they do something else. That's just the way it is. But hopefully, one day maybe get a little bit, we have to buy meds. We have to pay bills. Bills have to pay, be done. Poor people, that's how they do things. Poor people sell stuff to buy their meds. Poor people go and sell stuff to buy food, to pay bills. That's how we pay bills.
But you're not poor. He's not poor.
When you don't have no money, when you don't have a regular check coming in, do you understand that?
So your meds are being paid by the citizens of Bexar County.
That's a little arrogant. You understand that?
They are giving meds, not the ones I need. Yes, sir, you are correct.
We'll talk about that in a little bit, but in terms of what's been going on at your house, the idea is that everything's going to be moved out of this house and sold eventually. Correct?
That's not a true statement. Some things are being moved, little things. Yes, sir.
The plan is that house is going to be sold as well, correct?
No, sir, that's also not true. We're deciding what we're going to do with the house. We just don't want it destroyed in the process.
Have you talked to your sister about selling it on open door?
I have, and we discussed it, but there's no final saying. It's just the ideas. You want to sit there and starve, or you want to come up with some ideas? We're coming up with ideas.
So maybe that's what's been going on in the last 6 or 7 weeks since you've been incarcerated. You guys
I'll be honest with you.
trying to raise money for bail.
We have.
I wouldn't care. I don't care what happens to his house. After this, after what they did, I don't care. I mean, they were spray painting like Christopher's car and stuff. Oh, oops. Oops. Just saying that. Oops.
To eat, we have to pay bills. We have to come up with an idea.
Well, your food is being paid for by the jail, correct?
That's a true statement, but again, all food I can't eat. Why do you think I'm sitting here? Lost some pounds, feeling sick, shaking, having just complex confusions. So when you say that, it is a true statement. I am not eating what I'm supposed to, not feeling like the way I'm supposed to, not taking my medication the way I'm supposed to, and not feeling the way I'm supposed to. Shaking, having episodes. I wasn't having episodes like that. I've never fallen on my face, head, and hurt my ribs. I have.
Well, probably because you wasn't getting off the damn couch. There's probably that. You probably wasn't getting off the damn couch. You was soaked up all the time, in debt, taking God knows what.
Never, ever, ever walk somewhere and not know where I was.
Just answer the question that I asked you, please, and nothing else, because I'm just trying to.
I apologize.
That's okay. There's just certain things I have to ask you that are relevant to this hearing about bond. It has a lot to do with money that you're raising for your bond. So that's all I'm asking about in terms of that. But so if I understand correctly, has any amount of money been raised for your bond since you've been put in there?
No, sir.
But yet your son has been off selling things since that time.
If you could show me a receipt, I believe you, but I doubt it.
He hasn't told you that?
Oh yeah, let me just give you a receipt right here, dummy. Receipt. Come on.
Yeah, he always says, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to get this. I'm gonna try to sell this," but he's probably sitting there. I guarantee you. I know my son. He always
No.
says that.
No, he done cleared your shit out, and he don't give a fuck about you now.
He's a workaholic. He works 3 or 4 jobs. You know what I mean? And they're all he paid very little. So I guarantee they're sitting somewhere.
Bye-bye.
And prior to being incarcerated, you're aware that you had a large amount of jewelry in your house. Is that correct?
Pawn shop, yes, sir.
And also in your house.
There's a little bit left, yes, sir.
And it's like in your pockets and things like that. And your clothes.
He's doing much better, Renee. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir. When I come somewhere, I'll put in my pocket or something when I go home. Who doesn't? Some people leave it on the dresser. Some people leave it there. Who doesn't?
Has your son been instructed to sell those things to raise money for your bond?
No, sir.
Yeah,
If-
I think he was going through some hard ass withdrawals for the first couple weeks there in prison. And that's probably why he couldn't walk straight. Probably didn't know where the hell he was.
If you heard that, you must have heard it wrong. What I said was, put it
Easy.
away. Some of those are family heirlooms. And what I said though, but if you needed a few dollars to get something to eat or put gas, do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Because again, we have to eat. That's just the way it is with people.
Is that what you told Christopher? We got to eat, so why don't you rob, a man that has flashes off his cash, he's got a lot of money, got to do what you got to do. Is that what you said to him? That's what you're saying at the bond hearing.
Older son who's out.
That's what you got to do, what you got to do.
Do I support him?
I mean, financially.
Again, he's a workaholic. I haven't even seen him in who knows how long.
I don't want to see you.
Do you support him financially? So I'm asking because you keep saying that you're letting him sell things to raise money for his food and things like that.
No, sir. What I said was, I'm letting him take care of the things. You're the one that said in that category. Yes, if he needs to get rid of things, if he needs to get something to eat, he's not going to expect it to do it for free.
Well, why would he need money from your jewelry all of a sudden just because he's trying to bear something cash?
You're the one that said he's going to.
Oh, he said being a smart ass right now. You're the one that said diabetes. Lucy J. Diabetes. Diabetes. Remember that it's an old commercial. It's like, help you fix your A1C diabetes or whatever. And then there was a cat. It was a big meme or something like that. It's like diabetes.
I said if you need something to get something to eat, that's what I said.
Well,
Yeah, no remorse.
again, the question that I asked you was, do you support your older son financially?
Yes, guys,
No,
please
sir,
hit
I
that
do not.
thumbs up. Please, please, please.
Now, have you ever had to deal with bond companies before?
No, sir.
And so are you aware of kind of their practice in terms of what they require as a down payment for any kind of bond?
I've heard a little bit, but not really.
What is your understanding of how that works?
They want 10 to 20% or something like that.
So 10% or of the amount of bond.
It's kind of my understanding. I haven't talked to anybody. I haven't dealt with anybody.
They ain't gonna get mine.
But Are you aware if your family has called around and checked? with
No,
the
sir.
companies?
They don't have that kind of money
Have you asked them to, well, how do they know if they haven't called around to check?
because nobody has $1 million, 600,000 laying around. Nobody.
Well, you know that your bond is right now set at a total of $600,000. So, but you don't know what a bond company would require in terms of the amount needed to make that bond.
That's a true statement, but again, they wouldn't have that kind of money.
Well, how do they know what they need if they haven't called and asked?
Sir, there's no way my family had 100,000, 80,000, 50,000 just to put somewhere. They got kids, they got families. There's no way they could put that kind of money, and that's the truth. There's nothing to say, nothing to give, nothing to be taken. If they don't have it, they just don't have it. Not that they don't want to help, they just don't have it.
You don't know if a bond company, any particular bond company would do a payment plan, or you don't know what the terms of that would be because you guys haven't called around to check.
No, sir, I've been here, I have not. That's a true statement, I have not.
Yeah,
But
he needs
again,
some
I have
freaking
not-
water or something like that because he's like, I hate when people smack their mouth. They're like their mouth is dry or something. Get a soda, get some water, you know, do something. Lord. Sorry. It annoys the shit out of me.
I called and I talked to nobody.
But you haven't asked either your older son or your sister to do that either, right?
I told my sister to look around, but she doesn't have no idea what's going on with them.
Yeah, we can send him some X-Lax chocolates. That would be good. That would be good. Bailey, I hate to be disgusting, but he's probably doing a lot of that right now. He's in prison or he's in jail. He's probably doing a lot of that.
It is what it is.
To your knowledge, no one in your family has
I
called
don't.
around and checked with bond companies on your behalf.
No, sir.
And you said that if you were to be released, you would either reside at your residence on Charlie Chan or with another family member, correct?
That's correct, yes, sir.
That other family member, is that person live in San Antonio?
All my family is in San Antonio.
Is that person live in San Antonio?
You've said that
Yes, sir.
72
Their
times.
home would be in San Antonio.
Yes, sir.
All right, are you aware of this, like the situation at your house on Charlie Chan?
You know, like out of all the people that did, you know, that I was thinking, you know, when we were looking for the suspects of, you know, Savanah and Matthew and the baby, obviously, I didn't think it would be some young kid that some long-haired boy with glasses and a dad that looked like a sumo wrestler. I never thought that. It just would have never, that's not what was in my mind. It's not that's just not that, it just didn't cross my mind. Now, I don't know. I think we, you know, but when we're thinking of the suspects before we know who they are, we create this person or this type of person in our mind, and it's usually never what it looks, you know, what we're thinking. But this was nothing what I was thinking, like at all. I mean, when he, you know, they was walking out, I was like, I don't know.
And right now, what condition it's in?
I'm scared of the thought.
Does it have running water?
Probably not.
Does it have access to electricity?
Probably. I think my son said he tried to take care of that.
So it's possible it doesn't have access to electricity.
No disrespect, but I don't know. I don't know nothing about the house.
I know, that's what I'm trying to say. You're saying this is a place that you would go, but you really don't know what the situation is over there, or whether that's a good option.
Yeah, this is
Well, again, sir, that is a true
the
statement, but
bond.
I have to live somewhere. So it would be either with family members, or the house. You asked me where I would live, and that's what I'm telling you. I would have to make the best of it.
Are you a United States citizen?
Yes, sir.
And do you have a passport?
No, sir.
Have you ever had a passport?
No, sir.
Have you ever traveled to Mexico?
No, sir.
Never?
I don't know nobody in Mexico. What would I do in Mexico? Don't let my brown skin fool you.
It's a yes or no question.
No, sir.
Hold on,
You said
what?
earlier, I just want to clarify, sorry. You said you had a sick wife and a sick child in Bear.
No, sir.
Have you ever had a passport?
No, sir.
Have you ever traveled to Mexico?
No, sir.
Never?
I don't know nobody in Mexico. What would I do in Mexico? Don't let my brown skin fool you.
It's a yes or no question.
What?
No, sir.
And you said earlier, I just want to clarify, sorry. You said you had a sick wife and a sick child in Bear County. Are you
That's what I'm
referring to
screaming.
Mr. Romanos and Mr. Preciado?
No Taco Tuesday for
My
you.
son and my wife, yes, sir.
Why are you saying that they're sick?
Because they are sick. My wife might sound good, but her sugar's out of control. She plays that real tough, but she's not. She's sick. You can see it in her
Barely.
eyes. When she walks, when she talks, the sugar's so out of control. Most of the time, you can't. Her numbers are just everywhere. And I know because I've seen her check.
Her numbers are just everywhere, but you was the one that said she called you to take your medicine.
And it's 300 or 400 sometimes. Sometimes 200, 300. Sometimes she only eat nothing. She's so disappointed. Sometimes at 500. So I know this. And Christopher, he has breathing problems. Sometimes I stay up and just watch. We stay on watching him because I'm worried he won't wake up in the morning, and that's reality. And they're both sitting in Bear County jail right now. And yes, I
Yeah, they're in the jail. You know why?
know what is going on, what y'all are saying. I understand that. But again, they're sitting behind bars, and they're both sick. Whether
Oh, well, they're not dead. They're not dead.
you think that's true or not, you can check their doctor records. You can check, and they'll tell you what's going on with Christopher. And my attorney will give you a list if you want.
I know, JD, me
And
too.
there's nothing to say anything else. I mean, that's the truth. There's no lying. Doctors don't lie. They write it down.
Well, are you surprised you know she didn't mention that at all during her hearing?
Again, I told you she's a strong woman.
You guys murdered a child, in my opinion. A baby, not even a newborn baby. And an 18-year-old and a 19-year-old. I mean, it's like, yes. They're sitting there in jail. Christopher's sitting there in jail.
Circling back real quick to the bank account situation. You know, you said you believe that your bank account is probably negative. Is that what you said?
I don't know where I'm checking it, but yeah, most likely 90% is negative.
Now, you guys don't have.
Unbelievable.
Right?
No, sir. Me and her share an account. She has a personal account.
And then you share an account with her aside from that.
No, sir. We have an account together. Then she has her own little thing that sometimes she works with Chris.
That account that you have together, is that your business account?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what is the business that you have an account for? I mean, what generally? I'm not asking for the name of it or anything like that.
It's an air conditioning
Okay.
contractor.
So what kind of work do you do? You're an air conditioning contractor, and you testify to that. You've been doing that a long time, correct?
All my life, electrical and air conditioning, yes, sir.
Who do you contract with in general? Are you contracting with residential people?
Residential, commercial,
Residential and commercial?
just schools, yes, sir.
And what is the name of the company? Judge Stewart approach.
Let me pay that. Play that again.
Judge Cooley approach.
together. Then she has her own little thing that sometimes she works with Chris.
What is it?
That account that you have together, is that your business account?
Yes, sir.
And what is the business that you have an account for? I mean, what generally, I'm not asking for the name of it or anything like that.
It's an air conditioning
Okay.
contractor.
So what kind of work do you do? You're an air conditioning contractor, and you testify to that. You've been doing that a long time, correct?
All my life, electrical and air conditioning, yes, sir.
Who do you contract with in general? Are you contracting with residential people?
Residential, commercial,
Residential and commercial?
just schools, yes, sir.
And what is the name of the company?
These people were in schools. Approaching the bench.
Mr. Preciado, how long have you had this?
To tell you the truth, between 11 and 13 years. Don't quote me exactly, but right around there.
And are you the owner of the company?
Yes. Grab your stress ball. Andare, grab your stress balls.
I like to say my wife's the owner, but I'm the boss. But yes, I'm the owner.
And do you have any employees
I contract out if I need to,
for employment or labor?
if need to,
Okay.
including Christopher is the one that's been helping me.
If you're not contracting out, you don't have employees.
Say it again.
If you're not contracting out, you still have like regular employees on the payroll.
Sure, I do. Me and Christopher, and most of the time me. So we're still considered employees. Might be the owner, but I still turn a wrench.
Is your wife on the payroll as well?
She's not on the payroll, but she helps me with the paperwork.
Okay. And do you know how the business is organized? Is it a sole proprietorship or LLC?
Sole proprietorship.
And so you pay taxes on all that income.
Okay, yeah, most definitely. Yes, sir.
And again, I know you're saying you're doing residential and commercial, but how do you get business, new business?
Advertisement.
So do individuals call you if they have an issue at their house for HVAC repair?
House, commercial. Yes, sir.
And how do you get the commercial business?
Same as the residential. They'll call. They'll ask me questions.
Do you have some regular customers that maybe call you, on an annual basis or regular basis?
Yes, sir. I do. Some very good people.
And you've been doing this for like almost 13 years, you said.
Yes, sir. And again, some very good people.
How much of your business comes from repeat customers? You know?
Unbelievable, this guy.
20 to 30, depending on the year.
Right, Mohawk. Right. So he's the owner, she does the books, and she gets nothing. There you go. How about that? How about that? Oh, thank you so much, Kathy. Keep up the good work, Justin. Love you. This guy really pisses me off, Crime River. Thank you so much, Kathy. I appreciate you, my dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kathy, a big round of applause. Thank you. Bull. Yes.
And do you know the balance of that business bank account?
Savannah's mom was arrested on something that was unrelated. However, it had not, it was nothing to do, but they called it, she forgot to, what did they say? One second, y'all. Oops, 1 second.
As of right now, that's the account we're talking about. It should be negative.
And do you have any knowledge about what is in your wife's account?
No, it's probably negative too. It was not like nothing in there. If there's anything in there, it's because of Chris. Chris goes to school.
Now, if you were to be released and Ms. Romanos and Mr. Preciado were to be released, would you guys still live together?
They're my world. That's all I have.
Is that a yes?
Yes, sir.
So y'all would be, wherever you're residing, y'all would be together.
Yes, sir.
So your attorney mentioned your criminal history a little bit. And in fact, do you know the first time you were arrested? What that was for?
So Chris goes to school, not anymore, dude. He seems like the kind.
I don't remember, sir. I don't remember.
Okay.
He just seemed like the kind that was just really babied all of his life and played video games, was the quiet kid in school. The quiet ones are the ones you have to watch out for. I'm telling you.
Do you remember being charged with unauthorized use of a vehicle in August of 1988?
Yeah, I do now.
Okay. And what happened with your case?
Thank you so much, Karen. 4 months. Thank you, my love. I love you and appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for 4 continuous months, Karen. Very kind of you, my dear. Thank you.
Nothing. Everything's satisfactory.
You're on probation, right?
Yes, sir.
On that case, do you remember a period of time where you failed to report to the probation department for a period of time?
Thank you for your dedication to victims. Thank you so much, Jai, my dear. I appreciate you so much. Thank you all for being in here this evening.
No, sir. I don't think I ever failed to report. If it was, it might have been the time that I was in the hospital. She kind of wrote me off, but then when I talked to her, we cleared everything up.
So,
In my line of work, there's a lot of work injuries, a lot of work injuries. In my kind of work, you'd be lucky if you get home that night. I mean, it's just industrial work, and it's.
You agree with me though, when you're on probation for a felony charge, it's so important to follow all the rules of probation, right?
I always do. That's why I followed them all correctly, 100%. They're all satisfactory, and then somebody even got commended.
You're lucky if you get home at night. I mean, you're not like, I don't know, in Afghanistan or anything, You're not climbing, telephone poles or anything like that. Virginia girl, thank you so much. Oh my God. A year. You are officially in the OG club. Thank you. Lucy would like to thank you. Officially in the OG club. Thank you.
Regional officers, all of them.
Uh-oh.
Actually, I even talked to a couple of them. They're real nice people. They're good people, good-hearted people.
So you were placed on 6 years deferred adjudication back in August of 1988. Does that sound about right?
You have to confirm with my lawyer, but I think that's about right.
And in between the period of April to June of
A little sarcasm, doesn't he?
did not report to probation, correct?
I don't see the numbers. You have the numbers in front of you, sir, so I'm not sure.
You said that, was that about when you were sick?
I have no idea, sir. It's way back then. I'm going on 54 years old, sir. I barely remember what I did yesterday.
Wow.
So if you're telling me you're looking at the paperwork and that's what it says, then that's what it says. I'm not looking at the paperwork. You are, sir. So if that's what it says, then I believe what you're telling me.
Hold on, I just thought, Marilyn, what are you talking about, honey? You are absolutely welcome here. I don't know what that means. I don't know why you would think that, honey. Everyone is welcome here. Absolutely everyone. Even if they don't like me, you're welcome here as long as you're respectful. We love you here. Absolutely. Lucy J, thank you so much. Thank you so much, my dear, appreciate you, my love. Yeah, I don't know why she wrote that. No, I mean, I will say this. I mean, before I was a creator, I would wonder sometimes, like, why wouldn't people answer me? But the chat goes by so quick, and it's nothing personal. As God is my witness, it is never nothing personal. I just can't simply, answer to all of them. And then you got to make sure everything's running smoothly up here, so yeah, and make sure you're in live chat as well. Absolutely. Otherwise, it'll filter out a lot of the message. Thank you, Plead the Fifth. Thank you so much. But yeah, just got here from a basketball game. Woo, woo. Who won? Who won?
If the probation department sent in an MTR, a motion to revoke, that alleged you weren't reporting during that period of time, would your probation officer be telling the truth?
I don't remember having no MTR, sir. But yes, they would be telling the truth if there was something like that on your paperwork, but I never had no MTR.
And you don't remember having an MTR, but do you remember having to come to court for one, and after you've been a fugitive for a couple months?
Yeah, now it says all chat instead of live chat.
I don't remember.
They switched it.
If you have it in front of you, you have it in front of you, but I don't remember that. I was, a young kid.
You would agree with me that reporting to a probation officer is very similar to reporting to a pre-trial officer that deals with people that have cases pending, right?
I agree 100%, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm not just saying this, but I have the best people, the best subscribers, the classiest, sweetest, genuine people in here every single day. Every single day. And I can't thank you all enough, truthfully. Just people, mods, and just other people in here welcoming each other. And that's the way it should be. So I thank you all, truly.
Also,
I'm betting my life on it.
and on that same, around that same time, you were also charged with evading arrest, correct?
Those were all put together. I think you're separating them, but they were all one thing.
Okay, so that was part of the unauthorized use of the vehicle case.
Yeah, there was some things on there, different things, yes, sir.
And then later, in 1994, you were charged with assault bodily injury, correct?
I don't remember the date, but yeah, that's correct.
And what happened with that case?
You have to read it to me, and I'll tell you.
Did you go to jail or did you get probation? You remember?
Probably probation. I don't remember.
Right, Don?
And then,
I'll take. You have a coupon? Do you have a receipt?
You were arrested.
He's like, if he asked earlier, he's like, I mean, my son, if he showed you a receipt or whatever, like, yeah, here's $10,000. Here's $10,000 off your bond. Do you have a coupon? Do Give a coupon.
For aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Yeah.
That's correct, sir.
Right, and in that case, it was alleged you stabbed somebody, right?
Isn't that a crazy case? Sorry, I just saw that comment. That's a crazy case, isn't it? We've talked about Crystal Rogers on here, but let me tell you someone who knows this case, the Crystal Rogers case, better than anyone. And it's actually how I met this creator. Angel talks too fast. She knows. She's not, she's not doing a lot of lives anymore or anything, but she knows the Bardstown case better than anyone. I would love to go to Bardstown, but that is one place that you would not like. I'm not afraid to go to Ben Hill Road. I'm not afraid to go a lot of places. I've been a lot of places in my 2 years on this channel. Bardstown, there's no way in hell I would go. You could not pay me to go to Bardstown. Because people, I'm telling you, if I did go to Bardstown, I would not be live. I would just pretend I'm a local, slick my hair back and put some cowboy boots on and put some straw in my mouth and, go to Bardstown. But I'm telling you what, hell no, I would not go to Bardstown like that. Thank you so much, Southern Wolf Grammy. Thank you, my dear. Appreciate you, my love. You are 11 months, continuous months. Thank you, truly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very kind of you. But I'm telling you, like Bardstown, honey, there wouldn't be no lipstick. There wouldn't be no. I'd be like peeling. I'd be peeling it off. Not going to Bardstown like this. No lipstick, no nothing. Nope. No, we'd just be off camera that day. You're like, nope. Because I'm telling you, I mean, even police officers have died in this case. Even police officers have died in this case. You are playing Beyonce new country songs, Texas Hold'em. Is she sing? Is that true, Cassie? Is she singing country? Beyonce's got a new country song? Nothing would surprise me. But Jason Ellis, yep. Yeah. I mean, Crystal Rogers' father was unalived. He was getting, in my opinion, very, very, very close. And he knew things. And he was hunting on his own property with his grandson. While they were hunting, someone unalived him. It's the craziest case. Oh, man.
Yes, sir. He came into the house. I had to do what I had to do.
And you pled guilty to that, correct?
It was the only way to keep me outside and working.
And you were placed on deferred adjudication for 5 years, correct?
Sounds about right, yes, sir. The judge agreed to meet with me that the case should have went my way, that I should have went to court and fought it. But again, I told him that, I needed my livelihood. I have to survive. You know what I mean? So he agreed for me. That's why I only got 5 years. And any judge would tell you should have got about 10, 20 years probation. But he only gave me 5 because he agreed that what had happened was self-defense and I should have taken it.
Yeah, mods can drink. Drop the membership live. Guys, I have been up the past 96 hours. I've been getting 4 hours of sleep.
To court.
So you entered a plea on that. You took responsibility for that case at the time.
I take responsibility for everything I do, sir.
They can drop a link.
And you mentioned earlier with your attorney about a
Please
federal
and thank
case
you,
that you had.
mods.
What was that case for?
Paperwork. That same case, something had happened, and I tried to purchase a weapon. I just signed some paperwork. The guy filled it out for me, and I got in trouble for it.
So it was for a firearms offense?
I never got the farm. It was just
He's
guy
on the
filled it
minutes,
up, I
ladies,
signed.
mama. Thank you.
You know what happened and all that. But like, this was for unlawful possession of a firearm, correct? What were you charged with? You know.
You rock.
it was
You're doing good.
trying to buy a farm. I never got a farm. It was just paper I signed.
All right. So
Yeah,
something
Josh.
firearm.
Guys, Josh was hilarious last night. He was so. Last night, I was laying in bed and I was exhausted. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, my time. He had me hysterically laughing, just screaming, laughing, just crazy laughing. It was so funny.
And were you sent to federal prison for that offense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how long did you go to federal prison?
1 year, 1 day.
It was on Lab After Dark.
And then you said after that you were on supervised release for how long?
Hey, Spirit.
How long were you on supervised release?
Well, a year, I think. I'm not sure. Maybe less.
Do you remember like the time frame, the year, or anything like that?
No, sir.
Was it after you were on the probation for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon?
I think they kind of ran together.
Okay.
The probation officer said that we were doing real good. I was doing real good. So they just kind of ran together. They kind of knew each other. So they said, oh, no, you're a very good guy. We're going to just do it like that. So that's how it happened. So how they just ran together.
Okay. Everybody seems to think you're a pretty good guy.
I would tend to agree, except you.
No, your probation officer said they would be your model probationer and stuff like that.
What is he?
I've been in this business for 28 years. I know a lot of good people.
What was that?
And let me tell you,
Thank you,
I've never
Zell.
done anything wrong.
Thank you.
I'm a good guy. You might have a lot of paperwork there, but that doesn't describe a person. That describes a boy. When a man changes who he is, he does things right. Things happen, and you have to deal with it. And here we are dealing with it. But like the judges here, I'm here to do right, and I ain't going on.
You're there to do right. You're there because y'all did wrong, mother chicken. What's wrong with these people? Oblivious. Miss Lori Smith, thank you. You got it. Yay. Let's all welcome Miss Lori Smith to the Justin for All family. Welcome, Miss Lori. Thank you so much. Finally, thank you. Yay. Miss Lori got it. Thank you. They ever charged them for 3? Not him, because he was not, he didn't technically unalive them. He was more of, an accessory after the fact, but it's not what he was charged with. He was actually charged with I said it earlier. I forget what it was. With the corpse. Yeah, like the cleanup crew. Abuse of a corpse. Thank you. Yeah. All that. So, yeah.
No work, because my family's sitting in Bear County, let me tell you. And we're going to get through this, because that's all I know how to do, is survive. And believe me, we will get through this.
Well, in the early 2000s, you were a boy.
What
You were in
pigs?
your 30s, right?
a boy at mine, in my mind.
Mr. Preciado,
At the age doesn't exactly make you a man. Your mentality does. I'm a man now.
Oh, thank you,
And I plan to
Lori.
stay
That's so
that way.
sweet. Thank
I've
you.
been doing that for the last 20 years, 24 years, and I plan to stay like that because I have no other way. When God enters your heart, that's all there is. There is
Oh
nothing.
God,
As
here we
long as He be
go.
with you.
Listen. There was nothing holy. There is nothing holy. It. Lord help me, because Lord, I'm going to ask you to help me, because these people always try to use religion. Every time, never fails. When they did something unholy to begin with, you took lives, or your son did, allegedly, and you lied. You helped. He's been listening to Dawn. He's been listening to Sarah. He's been listening to Stacy. All of that. We're not on our honeymoon anymore, and we are comfy. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Spirit Seeker, thank you so much. I want to, how do we do this from here? Thank you so much. Thank you, my love. I need to talk to you. There's a project that I would like to work with you on. So we'll talk maybe tomorrow if you got time or something like that. Yes, that's my saying, mother chicken. So I try not to.
No matter who be against you, and that's just the way it is.
and you had talked about your doctor on the outside, Dr. Wynn,
That's correct.
Or Fabian.
and
Don't ask me about the spelling. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
that's okay. Now, Dr.
They did release pictures of baby Fabian. Of course, I would never, ever show them on here. But just so precious. Such a beautiful little boy. Never got to take his first breath of air. Never got to take his first breath of air outside of the womb. And to be honest with you, Fabian is the one that suffered the most. He is the one that suffered the most. It took the longest, and he suffered the most. Thank you, Cindy. And you're sitting here using
Wynn,
God.
he's with university, the university health system.
It's almost over. They're going to
That's correct.
make a ruling here in a moment.
I think he does other practices too, but university is what we met.
Right, and that's where you routinely go for care when you're on the outside.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, do you know who provides the medical care for you for inmates at the Bexar County Jail?
The same.
It's university, right?
Yes, sir. That doesn't mean you're getting the medications right, because if not, my medications would have debris in them. I wouldn't be getting different milligrams. I wouldn't be sick. I would be thrown on the floor
I
at 3
don't
o'clock before
care.
my sugar so low. That doesn't mean you're getting the same people. Just because
I
you're getting
just
the
don't care about
medications, you're not
him,
getting the medications
about
you
this.
need. That's a big difference. If I sold you a car and I say, oh, just put it in the engine, that's not true. You need to put the engine that the car needs. That's just the way it is. I'm not getting
What
I
about when
need.
you stop their freaking
And
engine?
yes, I know where I'm at, and I can't be picky, but I still have a right to live. You can't just give me any medication, especially stuff that's already shut down my kidneys. I have a right. You have a right.
And as an inmate at the Bexar County Jail, you were getting the same,
Help me, Lord.
you were getting medical care from the same place you were getting it when you were free and out in the world before this.
That's a true statement, but I'm not getting the quality.
How-
They're not getting the same medications. If you compare the medications, they're not the same milligrams. They're not the same medicines. You can't compare one brand to another and say, oh, yeah, you could say that one.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Right?
now,
Or what do you mean, a right to live? Is that what you're saying? A right to live? How old are you? How old was baby Fabian? How old was Savannah? Matthew?
You've been in the jail. Have you been dealing with doctors over there that are in the infirmary?
I've dealt with a few that don't too much listen to me, but I try to. I try to let them know what's going on. They're not real. They really don't really pay attention. They just want to give you what they want to give you. But again, I've been around for a long time, and you're not gonna just give me what you want.
And aside from, I mean, you know that those doctors that are over there at the jail, they actually rotate out from the main university. You know that?
That being said, that has nothing to do with the medication I'm getting. That's not correct.
I've heard what you said with the medication. I'm asking you a simple question. Since you've interacted with these doctors, do you know that they just rotate out from main university?
I do now.
Okay. But so
Hey,
is the
guys.
doctor any different than the doctors you get if you went to the emergency?
This is almost over. There's 2 women missing. They are best friends of Florida woman missing in Spain. Very concerned. Very concerned. So we're gonna look at that in just a second. It's starting to break. Jessica, thank you so much. I appreciate you, my dear. Thank you for watching. It means so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you so much, my dear. Exactly, Rhonda. He's 54 and lived. Exactly. Exactly. Wow. Let's see if they ruling. Here's the ruling. He's just gonna. Ramon rule. Green Eyes member for 1 month. Oh my God, Green Eyes, go tell it on the mountain. Thank you. Thank you so much, Green Eyes. I appreciate you so much. Really. Thank you, Green Eyes. Appreciate you, my man. Oh, why are they being quiet?
I'll pass it with Sharon.
You can step down, sir.
My son has a little nightgown just like that. Thank you, Mr. Rodriguez. I appreciate it.
Boy, he's sucking up. Did they not make a ruling?
It would satisfy me to get the medication I need.
Okay. I don't guess they played that part.
That's any other witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
That's weird.
Yes.
State?
The state calls Ryan Rodriguez.
Coming. Chummy. Angela, thank you so much for 6 continuous months, my dear. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stacy, thank
Please
you.
raise your right hand, sir.
I can't stand
You solemnly
Stacy.
swear that the testimony you will give this
Okay.
jury
Uh-oh.
will be the truth, the whole truth.
Okay. All right. So now I want to show you this story that we're going to talk about. And also, this goes to News Nation.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. Chris Cornwell. Need to put this in my description real quick. There we go. There we go. Bear with me 1 second so I can put this in my description. Yeah. So did you guys hear about, I'll tell you in a second. This is me just tell you in a second.
Okay. So, Sana Romo is a very good friend of Anna, knows her patterns, her behavior, and she has real concerns. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, hello, Chris. Thank you so much for helping.
I know it's the middle of the night where you are, so thank you for doing this, but I know that it's hard for you to sleep anyway because you miss your friend. One,
Yes.
do you have any degree of belief that she just met some guy and she's off, having a great time and figuring things out?
No, absolutely not. That's out of the question. That's not
And
Anna.
so that's not what she does. That's not how she is. And that's not how
No.
she would speak to you about it, even if she did.
No. I'm very close friends with Anna. I want to say we are best friends. We have daily communication, and we have done a lot of travel together over the past year. And she has never done anything like this.
So, don't know how long she's been missing yet. Jane, thank you so much for gifting one membership. Appreciate that so much. You allow one more to join our members only live. It's going to be either Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure yet. Cassie, thank you so much for renewing your membership, my dear. Thank you both. Thank you both so very much. I appreciate you. Very, very kind of you. Yeah, they lowered it, but his bond, but it's still like they lowered it like
She's
$1,000.
As soon as I received those messages, I realized that something was wrong. I didn't know what. Obviously, this is worst case scenario, but I immediately got very concerned and responded to the messages, saying.
Okay, now here's the messages. Very weird. Very kind of cryptic. I met someone wonderful, exclamation point. He has a summer house about 2 hours from Madrid. We are going there now, and I will spend a few days there. Signal is spotty. I'll call you when I get back. Yesterday, after therapy, I needed a walk, and he approached me on the street. Amazing connection like I never had before. Okay, from 600,000 to 450,000 on. Okay, that's sus. Whenever you hear, oh, going somewhere, signal spotty, and you're in a foreign land, and then there's this amazing, but you have this amazing connection on the street, but you don't have an amazing connection where you're going. Thumbs up. If it's freezing on your phone, go to your setting and clear your. I ended up with 600 MB daily. Is he using her phone? Don't know. This is just breaking.
For her to share her location, and I didn't understand what she was doing. And this is not safe, like what's going on. And this was Saturday afternoon, and when I did not hear anything back, first thing Sunday morning, I contacted the police myself in Madrid.
Now, look, these can be frustrating things. It's hard for police. They get a lot of reports like this. But you are concerned that they could have done a lot more sooner. For instance, you're saying that you could tell if she had gone anywhere just from the contents of her apartment. And obviously her phone could have been tracked 11 days ago. What's your concern?
Yes. Well, I came to Madrid myself on February 8th to try to help and see what I could do to help in the investigation. I did meet with the police, and they were saying that the judge denied their request for accessing her apartment and accessing her phone and her phone records.
So she went there. The judge denied it, and the authorities are not doing anything. That's a really good friend. That's a really good friend. She's beautiful.
Basically saying this could be, just a missing person, that they weren't taking it seriously, even though I'm saying that we are family from the United States. I'm from Sweden. Her friends in Madrid are all concerned, saying that this is not Anna. Something has happened.
Now, first, tell us about her. What should people know about her? What kind of person she is? What she's about?
Anna is a very sweet person. I have known her now for a year, and as soon as we met, we became very close friends very, very, very quickly, I want to say,
Summer's Army,
and
love
started traveling
Calgary,
together.
Mud.
She's very sweet. She's a very caring person. She's strong. She's successful. She's smart. So for her to do something like this and meet a person on the street, and that's it's out of the question.
In terms of her state of mind, we know she was going through a difficult divorce. Not that I know of any other kind, but she didn't say to you, I'm afraid of him, I'm running away from somebody. There was nobody that you knew of a specific threat to her. She wasn't scared when you talked to her, even on February 2nd, right?
No. She has never expressed to me that she's afraid of anyone. I didn't know anyone that she had any type of conflict with. No, she has never expressed that to me. She was obviously, I don't know the word, but
this is her name
stressed
right here.
and of course upset about separating from her husband, which is obviously normal.
She's going through a divorce.
Are married for, I want to say, 13 years, if I don't have it wrong.
Right.
So that's a long marriage. They have a business together, very successful business together. So obviously that would cause stress on anyone. But
Sana,
she seemed in good spirits.
On the 2nd, what was the contact you had with her? What seemed to be her state of mind?
She was happy. She had a great day. She sent me a voice message via WhatsApp that we would normally do, and said to me that she was out in Madrid looking for different apartments in different areas. She was saying to me she was saying to me she was looking for a place to have lunch. She was telling me about the upcoming trip to Barcelona that Monday morning with a friend that she was very excited about. She had gotten tickets with her friend to some type of conference in Barcelona that they both apparently were very excited to go to.
Listen to this, y'all.
And you've been in contact with the husband. You went to Madrid right away. I heard from the brother also that he thought the husband was going to go to Madrid, but it never happened. As far as you know, he's in Serbia, right?
He tells me he went to Serbia. I was in contact with him, I want to say the first time Sunday evening or Monday, I want to say, after we learned about Anna's disappearance. And we spoke on the phone. And the day before I went to Madrid, I said, I suggested for him to meet me in Madrid to help with the investigation and to help, find Anna, to do whatever we can to find her. And he did not come to Madrid. I did get in contact with him again that Friday, where he told me that he had gone to Serbia instead.
So there's an article that just came out a little bit ago. Woman going through divorce vanishes in Spain as man in helmet seen blacking out cameras. A Florida woman has been in the middle of a divorce, took a trip to Spain, but then vanished with almost no trace as a man wearing a helmet was seen blacking out security cameras, sparking kidnapping rumors. She went missing, seemingly abducted by a man wearing a helmet. She's 40 years old. She went on a trip to Madrid. David, her soon-to-be ex-husband, he was believed to be in Serbia. she was staying at a hotel somewhere in the city, but on February 5th, she was reported missing after she failed to meet up with a friend as planned in Barcelona. Family members who hadn't heard from her, including her brother Philippe, looked into her disappearance, with some even flying over their homes from southern Florida, where Anna is also from, to search for her. News Nation reportedly that they uncovered security footage from the hotel that shows a man in a helmet spray painting the camera shortly before Anna from Florida disappeared. One of the running theories is that the man, who remains unidentified, took her. The fact that the building has the camera spray painted, it just makes us think foul play. It is not normal. They said. Then came the strange text in Spanish sent to the family of Anna's phone. Which there is where we read earlier. So she's getting a divorce. I don't know. It's way too early to tell, but this kind of seems. Yeah. It's sounding that, or it's sounding like perhaps ex-husband may have allegedly paid someone, or he could have pretended that he was someone else. You know, he would know exactly the things she likes, the things that she didn't like, and lured her in a trap that way. Yes, 77. That's the most dangerous time in a relationship, right? Is when these really high tensions are going on. I'm going to follow this. Yeah, Cassie. She's not divorced yet, but you know, a lot of people, they don't want to give a divorce. Yeah. Very, very weird text that was sent out. And then the hotel cameras are sprayed, spray painted. Don't think so. Something's wrong. Something is very, very wrong. Did the friend say they communicated through WhatsApp? I can't remember. Here it says. It translated from Google. In this article, it doesn't say, but it could potentially be a WhatsApp. I'm not really sure. So she went missing the 5th. Today's the 13th. So she's been missing a week. I don't know. Husband said he was supposed to go there and then he went somewhere else. You know, there's been a lot of husbands on 48 Hours and Dateline and all of that. We've looked, that they end up unaliving their spouse while they're on vacation. Yeah, you're right. 8 days. Sorry, 8 days now. Yeah. What nationality is her husband? He I don't know. I don't know. David, who's believed to be currently in Serbia. I don't know, but you know, they seem well polished and nice. 10 days according to the text. That's interesting. Okay, maybe she's been gone, missing 10 days, but officially maybe 8 days of the investigation or something. That's a very shady app from what I've heard, may have misunderstood her. Okay. I'll look about this. I'm going to keep my eye on this. Yeah. That's sad. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. I needed to thank Summer's Army. Thank you so much for 5 months. I appreciate you, my love. Thank you. Means so much to me. Thank you so much. And I want to thank, let me see here, SL for gifting memberships. Yep, I'm nosy. Miss Fred, thank you so much. Connie, Kathy T, KRN, Chai, Virginia Girl, Lucy J, Southern, Grammy, Wolf, Miss Lori Smith, Spirit Seeker, Jessica, Green Eyes, Angela K, Jane, Cassie, and Summers Army. Thank you all, truly from the bottom of my heart. Appreciate you all. I will be back tomorrow. We will be continuing. I always laugh at the Stacey image. Yeah. His bull story is bull. You know what I mean? All right, guys. Love you all. Good night and God bless. I'll see you guys tomorrow, Lord willing. Good night.